by 8. Okay. You're out of storage. I don't give a crap. Are we live?
I don't know.
Hey, if we live up in here, how about giving us a 5x5?
Oh yeah, there we are.
Because I didn't see the thing come up saying you're live.
He said we are.
I'm just trying to check. Yeah, there we are. We on. Hey, we movie stars. We on TV. What you so right, and so it begins. And hello out there on YouTube, man. All you YouTubers. I hope y'all had a good day today because it was beautiful out there.
Yeah, it
Too
wasn't too
bad,
bad.
no,
Yeah,
not at all.
the lady on
Oh,
the radio station said it was 70 degrees. And I look up and it says 78 on my thermometer in the vehicle.
shit. Again, I woke up, well, kind of late. I didn't get into bed till 3 o'clock.
No, you
Well,
didn't.
how's the Matrix?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still going through it. Good evening, Miss Grace Johnson. Miss Dana be charming. I got something for you here in a minute. I want you to listen closely. Hello, Harvest Mary Moon. Wait a minute, let me back up. Mr. Sniffer, what life? And I don't know if the old man is still in here or not, but I saw Trust's name. Did I say hello to Nana B? Well, if I didn't, hello again. But Miss B Charming, she said hello to Dixie.
So I say hi. Tell everyone I say hi.
And she said, tell everyone she said hello. Oh, Harvest Mary Moon also said hello.
Hey,
Now, Miss B Charming. Me and Bushcraft was sitting here before the stream started. And I don't know exactly where you live at, but everybody I know calls breakfast, calls midday eating lunch, and the late afternoon, we call it dinner around here.
You got it backwards.
Again? Damn, supper. I don't know why I keep saying dinner, but it's supper, dinner, and breakfast.
Breakfast, dinner, and supper.
Sniffer, we're doing pretty good. I hope you are. But I got, like my thumbnail says, I'm going to do a thing on my channel. Start next week on the 11th. I'm going to be going live from there on out.
Maybe I'm
Next Wednesday. It'll be on a Wednesday. And I'm going to start doing my lives on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. For the simple fact is, and I'm not under pressure, and I hope Dig Deeper Ministry, Bigfoot, don't feel like he's to blame, but, it was brought up. And it seems like the last 2, 3 plus times that, I was live on mine, I rolled into his, and sometimes when I realized that he done had his stream and it was over with. So I'm going to let him.
Plus, we used to do it like, because it used to be on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Tuesdays.
And then it was like every other day we would have it was me, then we'd have a day off, and then you.
Right.
And then, because that was the whole plan. And then I went and switched to Monday because I wanted to help out the Vineyard Chicks to try to get more people over to watch
Yeah.
them.
I'm sorry for laughing, but B. Charming said breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, dinner. I don't care what you call it. PB and J sandwich is dinner. I'm good with that. Okay. Hello, Miss Grape Jams. Boy, it's been a long time since she's been up in here. What, last week? Yeah, been a long time. Yeah, right, Trust. Okay. But that way come Thursday nights, Dig Deeper can go ahead and have his stream and not feel like he's under pressure, And like we said, we talked about this, if Bushcraft also said if he has any guests that I think you're going to start doing them on Fridays, correct?
Yeah. I just do it on a Friday instead of Wednesday. Because usually I don't find out until like Tuesday. So, oh yeah, I'll do a live, and I said, well, is tomorrow okay? No, you have to wait until next week, and then
yeah.
Usually they want time to prepare and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trust, speak for yourself. Tapioca pudding is pretty good with a glass of buttermilk.
Oh,
might as well put some mustard on it too.
You should have waited for 101 to come in. So.
The ketchup.
Just don't put no man eyes in it. What? How did he say tomato? Again?
Tomatoes.
Well, I found a good channel. Okay.
I can share it if you want.
Well, I don't care if I get in trouble or not. Go ahead. I want y'all to listen to this guy's accent, okay? And I've told y'all
both of them.
Okay. I've told y'all my daddy was a mountain man. These guys are from about 20 miles from where my father was raised, okay? Now, listening to the old man reminds me of my father. All right.
I drank milk with it, but at dinner we drank coffee with it. But them boiled eggs goes real good with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like to take juice out of the dill pickles and put on my salad greens.
Well, that's really
Boy,
good.
you talk about good.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
And then some of them pickles is good too.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Now you said you and Pap cooked a lot after Grandma died, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Well,
Way
before Ma died, we was having to do the cooking because she was paralyzed. She didn't have but one hand she could use. Just barely able to drag around in the house.
Yeah.
And there's one thing I didn't learn to do. I should have learned to make biscuits like my granddaddy. I mean, like my daddy. He made the best biscuits you ever put in your mouth.
Mm.
And
Trust, wait a minute.
I was young. I didn't think about getting old and he wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
He'd make the best pies you ever.
And big family pies.
Yeah.
I made us a strawberry. I actually made two of them.
Yeah.
Two of them big strawberry family pies. Boy,
We'd cook sweet potato pies like Ma always cooked them in that deep pot. She'd put a whole cake of cow butter in there, and she'd have that pot. We cooked them in a wood cook stove in the oven. And that big old majestic stove that my granddaddy bought them when they first got married, along about 1890, maybe
Good God.
late 1880s. It had a big old round dial, and the temperature rose. The dial worked. You know, it told you the temperature. A big old heavy cast iron door had a big old brass handle about that long. If you raised up, unlatched it, and let it down.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cooked
he
that
said.
sweet potato pie in there. How them sledded things,
Lattice work.
lattice work on the top of it. That crust would be just right brown right. You hurt yourself eating.
Oh yeah. That's the one you told me the brown sugar had to be just right.
Yeah. And Ma, as we all called her, she was a little bit on the stingy side with sugar, but see, it don't take as much sugar for a sweet potato anyway.
Yeah.
But she always was really stingy. Well, we didn't have the money like some people anyway. But Warsman's kept loose brown sugar.
Yeah.
And you went out there, you buy 5 pounds or whatever, and scoop it out.
Hello, Garner Joe.
And I'll tell you what you could do with that stuff. She'd let us, we come in from school, and she'd have some buttered biscuits.
Oh, there.
And you could just sprinkle your little brown sugar over that butter and that biscuit.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh, that
A
eats
brown
mighty
sugar
good.
biscuit, son. You can't beat that now.
Well, let me tell you the other thing you can't beat. You make that red-eyed gravy,
Yeah.
you sprinkle your some brown sugar around over it, stop that.
Oh yeah.
Or you
I bet you.
pour some good sweet sorghum syrup on it.
Yeah.
That's good too.
I got you a quart in the truck, as a matter of fact.
You got some syrup?
I got a quart for you in the truck. Yeah. Don't let me forget it.
Some
Y'all
you made?
Yeah.
Cold is.
Some people says I made 2 runs. We made 1 run on Virginia's birthday. It just worked out that way, and it was a little thinner because it wasn't enough. We had to cook it down so far. We couldn't cook it all the way, but you put it in the refrigerator, and it's just right. It's just perfect thickness, and it's a little lighter colored. This here I got is darker, but some people say they like it better than the other. So we'll see what you say about it. Is that old stove still down there in the old house?
No.
It's gone.
It got sold for 50 cents a 100 pound, and it had a big 30-gallon copper water tank on the side. That's where we had our hot water to take a bath in the wintertime, and had the big double warming closet up overhead. She kept the bread and stuff in one end, kept pots in the other end, pans and stuff. I've got a what did you call them? Dutch oven cast iron pans. I got one sitting in the Suburban right now. I got. When I run into that kind of stuff, I'll get. But I've got all our old ones in the basement.
Yeah.
I've got the pans that she cooked at the fireplace, where she raked out all them coals, set on the cornbread down in them coals, and it had that big lid with the sideboards on it, and she put the coals on top, and that's what browned it.
Yep.
And she cooked a lot in the fireplace too, in the wintertime.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right here.
I tell you, I miss them days.
This guy, these guys go on for about an hour, give or take. And I'm the one that turned bushcraft onto it, and I cannot think of the name of the channel.
Appalachian Metcraft.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, he's got quite a few videos.
It's been a long time since I heard somebody say cow butter.
But I mean, and what me and the wife got tickled at, we was watching him string up green beans. Okay, up here in the Appalachian Mountains, it's called leather breeches, and it's about 50 minutes of it. Him stringing it up and him talking. You really need to go check that one out.
You can show a little bit of it. No, I don't love it.
Well, see, that's my problem. I don't know how to bring it up. But yeah, like I said, he's worth checking out. And him or them, and where my father grew up, it's about a 20-mile distance. And it wouldn't surprise me at all that somewhere along the line we be kin.
Or something. I'm lost cousin.
Yeah. But, you know, my father and them was from West Jefferson, and where they lived at was North Wilkesboro, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got some good stories on there, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Tuesday stories. Ghost stories.
Now, not no more, trust. She don't want to run the light bill up no more than what it is. So she's in here watching what I watch.
And pretty soon you won't see any of that anymore. Because them old timers are running out.
Oh God, yeah.
Sitting there talking about his dad's stove in the 1800s.
80, 1890, he wasn't for sure, but
Yeah.
it's like this right here. If you got a grandpa or grandma that is around that age, I advise y'all to spend as much time as you can with them. Ask them questions, you know, because they are full of knowledge and history.
Yeah, there's this one channel I watch where he even told his grandma. I don't know if it's his grandma or he calls her granny, but he said he wants her knowledge to be around after she's gone, and she shows how to make biscuits and red-eye gravy, tomato gravy, and a bunch of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And there's no measuring cups. Most tools are the hands.
Pinch, dash.
And he just films her making food and talking and whatnot. And
yeah,
he done told her, he says that I want this. I want a record of it. Because you go back 20, 30 years, nobody did that. I mean, there was the big old VHS things that you put on your shoulder.
Boom box. But, you know, when there's something else me and Bushcraft was talking about in the back room. I know some of you remember these. Other people up here are going to say, what in the world is that? And when I drop the name of it, if anybody remembers the ingredients in it, would you please type it in chat? is called a mustard pack. Yeah, the grandparents or the great grandparents would put it around the neck of a person when they started getting sick. But the longest you could wear it would be about like 3 or 4 hours. That's it. You had to take it off. Not because it smelled like crap, it's because it would burn you. So, and castor oil. Oh my God. If none of y'all has never had none, I advise you, please go to the store, grab a bottle of it, and take a teaspoonful of it. That will knock any type of ailment out of you quick. Watt knows what I'm talking about. What? I ain't trying to be funny, but I kind of figured you would because I've sat back and I've heard you talk and everything. And I bet you the first time you heard about it was from your grandparents. Okay. What?
And that's the thing when somebody gets sick or something. If they don't have the stuff in there, I remember my grandpa going out and getting something. Don't know what it was, and he would mix it up together, and boom, you were cured. And that's the main thing. They didn't go to a doctor. They went out and in the woods and got stuff to fix you.
All right. I just put a certain person in timeout. And please be courteous of, people up in here. Let me get it. Let me get it. All right. Okay.
I mean, with YouTube now, and you have a cell phone. Wouldn't you love going back and having conversations with your dad or your grandparents and listen to the stories and sit there record it like this guy's doing?
Hello, TJ. Like I said,
And keeping a record of it, because we never thought about that stuff back then. We didn't have the technology or anything. It was just you listen to them and hopefully some of it stuck in your head somewhere.
well, I've said it, a few times. I never met neither one of my granddaddies. Okay. I would love to go back for one day at least and talk to both of them, to see what they were like, to see how they lived, and so forth. I would love it, but that's something,
Oh yeah.
I was kind of deprived of. Neither one of my parents talked about why they passed or anything like that.
And,
Okay, Frog, I owe you an apology. Look at it like this right here. We have grand youngins right now. Okay. They are being raised up. Oh God, the Gen Z way. That's the best I can put it. Okay.
well, that's what generation they are.
Well, that ain't my fault.
Well, it's just the way it is. It's that generation. It's from 2001 on up. Actually, I think there's a buffer point in the 2000s somewhere. I don't.
Well, to give you an idea, find you an analog clock and get them to tell you what time it is.
You mean the one with the hands on it?
Yeah. One with a
Okay,
hand. Okay. Or better yet, tell them to count back change to you.
yeah. Without their phone with them.
Yeah, or anything else.
Yeah.
You know, when I got a job in retail, the very first question I was asked, can you count money? And on top of that, I had to prove it to them.
That's a shame, you know it?
Yeah.
Everybody should know how. It's like, I mean, I know there's cash registers tell everybody what change you give them back, but remember how they used to count it backwards to you? You
Yeah.
know, they don't. They just hand it to you because they don't know what that is. They don't know how to count it back.
No, Susie.
I haven't heard that in a long time when somebody actually counts the money back to you. I just now realize.
Well, now this has been quite a few years ago. We had a bad thunderstorm come through one of the towns that I was in. I had to go see a lawyer, me and my boss man. On the way back, we stopped at the store. You know, we done missed dinner, fixing to miss the other one.
Supper.
Yeah. So we stopped and we got us something. He done scanned everything that we got, hit total, and it come up, and it also said how much change we were supposed to get back, which was correct. I was supposed to have gotten back something like $5 and some cents, odd cents. Just as soon as that cash register opened up, lightning struck, and you heard a great big boom, which knocked out the transformer. He's sitting there trying to figure out how much money to give me back. And I literally told him how much. He reaches in there, don't really count it, and handed me back what I said he owed me. I should have bumped it up about $3 or $4 more, but I ain't that way, you know.
I gave you a $500 bill.
Yeah.
Where's my change?
Oh, better yet, if anybody's got a $2 bill, go to the store and try to use it with these here Gen Zs.
Aren't they worth money now, though?
Huh?
Aren't they worth money now, though?
Yeah, but you know, it's the excitement that you're going to have.
They probably call the cops on you.
Quite a few of them has. And there was one police officer who swore up and down it was counterfeit because he's never seen one. And I don't think that cop at that time was over 30 years old.
Yeah, I've seen people give Susan B. Anthony's.
Oh Lord,
that was in front of me, and they didn't know what it was. And then as soon as they gave them the money, I said, I'll buy that back off you if you don't mind, because I collect them. And we can't do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with $2 bill too. I've been behind somebody that gave them a $2 bill, and I was like, and they run the checker on it. You know that ink pen that they got. Yeah. I'm like, no, don't do that. No, too late. It comes back okay, and it's real money.
Would you believe when they run that pen across there, if that ink disappears later on? I've done too many of them, and I got to thinking about that one night. And when I was counting up the till and everything, I'd go back and look for it. That marker ink done disappeared off of it.
I see it every once in a while, though.
Yeah.
On bills when you actually get money, you know.
But I will say this right here, and it was mean of me, but there was an elderly black man always come in the store where I worked, and we always cut up, carried on the whole 9 yards. And I told my supervisor, I'm going to use a real black magic marker, and I'm going to tell him it's counterfeit. He hands me a $20 bill and I do it. I look at him, I said, man, it's counterfeit. I said, look at it. And then I turned around and grabbed the other marker with the ink, the marker you're supposed to check it, and showed him. And I asked the boss, I said, now, if it turns black, what does that mean? She said, it's counterfeit. This guy, yeah, he almost started crying. And that got to me so bad, I had to tell him what I'd done. He called me a sorry SOB and not to never do that to him no more. But hello, Miss Lake.
Hey, Lake.
There's something else. I got 68 people up in here. How about that? Okay. I've got a challenge for our community.
No, okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'm not putting a perm in my beard.
I challenge Bushcraft to drink some buttermilk.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen either.
Okay, to get back to what it was. I have been watching YouTube for a while, not just our community. And I have not saw this challenge. I'm not going to say it's not out there. I'm saying I've not seen it. Your get home bag. All right. I want you to take it and go out into your backyard, or if you've got woods, go to the woods. For one night, I want you to camp out just using what is in your get home bag. That way, you can also check and see what you really going to need if the time comes. And I want y'all to, if possible, take video of it, post it. That's something I would love to see. And it's going to come down to this. I would not ask nobody to do something I personally would not do. So therefore, yes, I will also do it myself. But I just got to tick my wife off so bad she's going to throw me out of the house. But like I said, don't go to the store and buy something, like that. If you don't have a tarp, or if you don't have plastic or something like that, I'm sorry, you should already have it in there. Or trash bag. You can take a trash bag and make a lean tube out of it. But that is the challenge I'm wanting to lay out there. And I want to see it done before winter really gets here, because right now is the right time of the year.
Well, for you guys, we're getting 40 to, it's in the 40s up here.
Well, you better learn how to start a fire.
At nighttime.
You better learn how to start a fire.
Oh, I already know how to start a fire.
Yeah. But you know. Now, I will say this because it just hit me. For those who are really, truly not able to do this, don't worry about it. You know, I'm 62. I can get down on the ground real fast, but I'll probably have to have a backhoe getting back up. Getting down's the easy part. It's the getting back up. That's the hard part. Would there be anything you want to add to that, bushcraft?
No. Well, that actually used to be the second part of the $10 survival challenge. It used to be the second part was staying out 24 hours.
24 hours or one night?
Well, I don't know. In 24 hours, it just was a 24-hour challenge. So
Yeah.
probably 24 hours.
Now, I'm going to say this right here. This is going to be for the ladies only. If at any time during the night you have to go to the bathroom, you are allowed to go into the house and use the bathroom. For guys, you better dig a hole or find a tree. Really? Yeah, I can't pronounce the name. Unique.
Equine?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Let me get this thing. Yeah. He slept in his chicken coop for 24 hours. Boy, I bet you really had to take a shower when you went in the house. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me back up. Really? There you go. That'll work. You know, just as long as you're not in the house. And I'm trying to recreate a scenario if you had to use your get home bag and dark is falling and you're not home. You know. And I will cut this tonight at 8 o'clock. So it's just going to be an hour tonight, but y'all remember next Wednesday, the 11th. And from that point on, I'm going to be going live on Wednesdays.
And bushcraft on Monday.
Yep, and bushcraft will be on Monday. I will be on Wednesday. And if he has guests, which I'm pretty sure he will, he's going to be coming up on Fridays.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Miss Sassy Cat. Did you hear the challenge I laid out? Oh, I love camping too. I used to go camping every summer with my parents. And we had a station wagon that had a ladder rack on it. We used one part as a pillow and the other part to prop our legs up on. And that was the most comfortablest sleep I've had. Life with Bobby, I've been looking at wall tents, you know, and I hate to say it, the cheapest one from Walmart is like $329. And I think they got one to where you can put a stove in it. What live? Wait a minute.
Yeah, do something nice day.
Well, I did something real nice. I didn't go nowhere. So therefore, I didn't have to enter, or should I say, mingle with idiots. So anything you want to say, bushcraft?
I let a woman touch my beard, so that was something nice.
Oh,
She wanted to braid it, but I said no, it's okay.
Come on, bushcraft. Have people in here wanting to see you put a braid in your
do
beard.
a French
Yeah.
braid.
What the Sam heck is a French braid?
You know what a French braid is?
No, I can't remember.
It's a fur braid.
It's a what?
It's a
It's like plaid, but
it's a braid that gets the sides of your hair and stuff mixed
Oh,
in
hell
with it.
no. Put some bowling balls on the end of it so when
No,
you
you don't
say
have to
no
put-
real, shake your head no real fast.
you don't have to put nothing in it. Enjoy your own hair.
Charles, Monkey and Trey volunteer.
Now, when I did the goatee, I did the braid with the goatee.
Oh, did you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Just now, if I'm doing something, I take it and flip it and put it inside my shirt, like that. Kind of looks like I got a short beard now.
Especially if you're checking out a weed eater, right?
Well, because I've gotten working on the truck and got too close to the fan blade and it went "Wink." Pulled some hairs out.
I don't want us to think about the bad part that could have happened.
And when I was out there drilling holes in the bottom of those water jugs, my beard got stuck up in the drill.
Don't get a hold of no hand mixer then. You know, electric mixer.
No.
Bunky's always trying to braid Daddy's beard. Oh Lord.
Well, now would be the time because you can't really say no to her.
Well, you got a point there. The first few years my daughter was born. Well, no. Let me back up. My daughter was about around 5 years old. She was so used to seeing me with a beard and everything. So one morning I got up and I shaved it off. My daughter had no idea who I was. It took her over a week to realize who I was.
Well, I've got people that because I used to shave all the time, and I just had like a little goatee or something.
Yeah.
I'll walk by them and they look at me. They don't know who I am. So, and that works out good sometimes because there's a few people that if they see you and start talking, you'll be sitting there for an hour at least. And you won't say a word. They just keep on going and going and going, and you're like, So I was like, oh crap, it's this guy. And he walked right past me and I said, oh, cool. Don't have to listen to his 2 hour long conversation.
Oh man, especially if you in a hurry and have to be somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. And it's usually when I'm coming out of the store, not going in. It's like I'm
Hands.
sitting there with bags of groceries and still going on and on.
Mhm.
That's almost as bad as a waitress coming up to you just as soon as you put food in your mouth. Everything okay?
I know.
Man,
Did I get you anything else? Or is everything okay?
knowing
Shaking
damn
his
good
head.
and well you can't talk back. Well, most of us, you know, everything okay? Hell, I just give them a thumbs up.
And then they'll admit it. Oh, I have a bad habit of asking people that when they're eating
Hmm.
or when they got food in their mouth. And then she comes back and does it again.
Well, now I have told one waitress just as soon as I'd done that, she'd ask me, and I'd hold my finger up like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute." I get through chewing my food. I look at her. I said, "Do y'all do that? Do you do that to all your customers?" She said, "What?" I said, "Do you stand back waiting for them to get a mouthful of food before you ask them that question?" She got laughing.
Your pop used to tease the waitresses.
Trust me, if there is a waitress, what in the world? Okay, I will tip a waitress good. Okay,
Oh yeah.
because
Unless they're really bad. When you
well,
when they're like if you need a drink or something and she's sitting there and you hold up the drink and everything and there she just sits there and
oh,
not
dude,
pays attention to you or anything. Yeah,
you
there you don't get no tip then.
you don't want to go to a restaurant when that happens to me. You do not want to be seen with me.
I usually just get up and get it myself. Then what are you doing that for? I could have got that. And I'm like, I've been sitting over there for 20 minutes waiting for a drink.
I have held my glass up in the air, like a school kid raising their hands and be waiting there for a couple of minutes. And I'll see the waitress go by a couple of times and I'll wait till they get on the other side of the room. Then I'd holler, "Hey, I need a refill over here anytime today." You know, but now there's only two, maybe three times that I have tipped a waitress $10 or more. Okay. Number one is she is taking care of the whole area by herself while everybody else is over there talking or whatever.
And she's running.
Yeah, I mean, this waitress is literally running,
Yeah.
and I'll sit there and I'll watch the other people where they give her about $1 or $2 or big sport time
Or or make a big deal about something
petty.
silly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and a biggest part of them will not even tip a waitress,
Oh, I
and
know.
I
Especially
think
nowadays, because nobody does the cash thing. So they won't put anything on the
card,
actual uh, receipt thing where
yeah.
it says the tip. Nobody ever usually puts anything on the tip.
Well, now the least amount of tip I will give is $5. Okay, that's the least,
Yeah.
and more if they're good. But I'm gonna tell you what: if I don't get no refill or nothing like that, you may get
Yeah.
two. But I do leave a tip regardless.
Yeah.
You know,
Dixie, this is a question for Dixie.
Goodness.
Mhm.
uh, do you still get embarrassed with Jeff when he goes out and does crazy things, or are you just used to it by now?
I am used to it, but sometimes I do.
Now, I'll come up with some of the most off the wall shit. I sat there in a restaurant and I told the waitress, give me a number from 1 to 20. She'd go 5, I'd give her $5 tip. Then she would say, can we do this over? I said, no, you love that one. You know. And Dixie, she'll be sitting there kicking me up underneath the table. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she don't use that like I do. Okay. Now,
Quick to the shin.
hey, I tell you what, I don't care how big of a person you are. You get kicked in the shin, that's pain.
Yep.
Jeff's daddy used to embarrass his mama at the restaurants.
Oh my God. They ran a country store a pretty good while back ago. And, Daddy had a plate glass window right there beside the cash register, to make sure people come in and pay for the gas and stuff like that. He got the bright idea. He told Mama, he said, go buy me a baby rattler. Mama looks at him, goes on to the store and comes back with a baby rattler. The time Mama had left and come back, Daddy done built a box and put a screen wire on top of it. And he had a sign on the box saying baby rattler. Okay? And you have to stand on your tiptoes to look over in it. I've seen Daddy get cussed out so many times over that because when the women would stand up on their tiptoes, he would smack that window and everything. And he had the head game warden come out to check it out and everything. Somebody got pissed off and called him on pop. That guy looks over in there. He turns around, takes a couple of steps back and gets to laughing, shaking his head, gets in the car and drive off. Now, that was my pop, 24/7.
It wasn't a little rattler snake. It was the baby rattler.
Yeah, it was a baby's rattler.
Yes.
Life with Bobby, yes. And my son has inherited from me. Now, my son,
we used to have a thing to where, those sideshow where their nickname was sideshow freaks.
Yeah.
One was a man eating chicken. So everybody would freak out and say, "Oh, they have to see this." And there was signs of this creature all blacked out to where you couldn't see what it was, and eating a man. Well, they'd go through there, and there's a guy sitting on a chair, and they're eating a bucket of chicken.
Man eating chicken.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now
they would spend $1 to see a guy in there eating chicken.
Now, I have embarrassed my daddy so many times. He refused to get in the same car with me quite a few times. But there was one time that I remember, and you know him through chat and everything. Roy.
Yeah. I was going to ask you how he's been because I haven't seen him in chat for a while.
I know. I told him I was going to start going Wednesday nights and everything, but it says that he quits getting notifications,
Oh,
and
I know how that is. Yeah.
and the time he remembers, it's over with. But we was in a line of traffic. It was me, it was Pop, Roy, and myself. And of course, daddy's car, I'm riding shotgun. And I seen this real pretty girl pull up beside of us. And I told Pop, I said, pull up a little bit and hold it. So he pulls up. I jump out the car, walk over there. I got a phone number because I was talking T-Mortal junk to her. And come to find out, she was married, dead, burnt it. I mean, stuff like that. And we got to be pretty good friends with a girl who worked at one of the grocery stores. Roy walks in there and he sees her and everything. He says, do you want me to push your buggy before you while you shop? She said, no, I got it. He said, I'm the best buggy pusher you'll see. They become pretty good friends. I mean, just do some off the wall stuff.
Mm.
Let me rephrase that. Say some of the off the wall stuff, but be polite about it, and so forth. You'd be surprised. So, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's that time, isn't it?
Yeah. Here it is, 8:00.
I'll go ahead and drop a link real quick.
Okay. And please, if you're able, go to Dig Deep Ministries and tell him Bushy Bear sent y'all. Okay, hold on. Lake Ferry. We need a Bear Truth segment. Let me pin it up here. We need a Bear Truth segment where Dixie talks to us with Jeff helping. Conversations with Dixie, crafting, cooking, wisdom, laughing. Would love that. Well, the problem is she's not getting up here. I have asked and asked and asked. This is as close as y'all going to get. Now, if there is any questions come up in chat, I will ask next week. Now, watch it. Starting next week, she's going to be sitting in the other room.
There'll be all kinds of questions.
Yeah. And she won't be in. Hey, I do have battery on this thing. I'll take it in there with her. I'll follow her around like a puppy dog.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to call it quits. So, like I said, go over to Dig Deeper Ministry. He is going live tonight, correct, Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hope everybody has a good evening and a good rest of the week until we meet again.
See ya.
See ya.